I'm pretty surprised this brand sold for me within the same day of listing. And not only did it sell for me once when I listed this brand, but twice this month I have listed it and it sold the same day. And I'm telling y'all, you're gonna be surprised as well. What's up, y'all? It is your girl Sarah from Sarah's Styles here. This is my What Sold Wednesday video where I will go through and show you my progress towards my goal of $10,000 gross revenue a month reselling on Poshmark and eBay in under 20 hours. I work part-time. That includes making YouTube videos and social media content and then reselling. So if you guys want to follow my progress, see if I hit my goal, as well as tip and tricks videos on how to make money reselling on Poshmark and eBay, do make sure to hit that subscribe video. This week's videos, y'all, Monday's live was amazing. I had 3 other resellers on and we talked about things that sold, what sold. So definitely make sure to check that out. And then Friday's video is going to be how I'm deciding on what categories to continue to pick up. I'm looking at jeans and bags, but the analysis that I'm going to show you is going to work regardless of what you sell because it is based on numbers. So do make sure to subscribe to and hit the bell to be notified of those. In today's video, we are going to be talking about, I'm checking in with my October numbers. The past 2 videos this month have been checking in how did September end for me. So if you're curious if I hit my goal in September, make sure to check those videos out. But I'm checking in and we're halfway through the month in October. How am I doing? Am I progressing to my goal? And then I'm going to share with you guys how I actually figure out what to do to make the $10,000. My strategies to make sure that I am hitting that $10,000 a month goal reselling on Poshmark and eBay. And then we will get into, I think I have about 8 items to share with you today, actual items that sold for me in October. Let's jump right into it. If you are new to my channel, I do have a virtual assistant. Definitely helps me work those 20 hours a week. I will link a video up here on how my process for a virtual assistant. And then I do sell women's clothing, shoes, and purses. Even if you don't sell those categories, this channel is still going to be really helpful for you because I look at numbers, I show you how to analyze things, I show you how to make money reselling regardless of what you sell. Let's jump right into it. If you are new to the channel, this is the Sarah Styles Sales and Trends dashboard. It is for purchase. The coupon codes are linked down below so you guys can have your access to your data and be able to look at these numbers for yourself as well. Let's look at my 28-day performance. So we're looking at about half of September through October, and then we are looking at August through half of September. This video is filmed on September 15th, so you guys are seeing this a couple days later, but the numbers we're looking at go through exactly half the month. I am down about $500 from the previous month. September was fire. Definitely, and it's not manageable to always have like the best month ever. So I'm still, 28 days, I'm still at this $10,000 a month goal. Yes, I'm down $500, but it is a Friday going into the weekend. So, you know, after the weekend, that may be kind of up. $500, not too worried about it in the grand scheme of $10,000. It's kind of a small number. I've sold 24 items, more items this month than I did the previous time period, but you know, I'm making less money, and that's over here because my average sale price has gone down $5. That's a fairly significant amount, so I may kind of look into this and figure out kind of what's driving this. But what typically happens is your average sale price goes up. Look at this, my sell-through rate is coming up. It's hard to have a high average sale price and a high sell-through rate. So what I notice is as things move, you know, as I'm selling more items, maybe my average sale price goes down. Because if you think about it, items that sell higher typically aren't selling as quickly, and you're not selling as many of them. People have, you know, oh, okay, I'll pay $20 for a pair of jeans. That's a lot easier for them to do than, oh, I really want that $100 purse. I'll just buy it on a whim, right? So that kind of makes sense there. I am listing a few more items, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, why I'm listing a few more items. So let's go ahead and check in with my October numbers. We're going to scroll down here. You can look at each month. Right now we're on October. This is kind of ridiculous. And honestly, guys, it's not luck. Some of it's luck, but a lot of this is strategy. And I'm going to show you in a minute how I figure this out. But I'm at 50% to my goal. It is October 15th. That is basically, I mean, there's 31 days in the month, but that is basically halfway through the month, and I'm at 50% of my goal. So I've sold $5,092 worth of inventory, or worth of items. I sell on Poshmark and eBay. I'm not going to be looking at the split out today. I did look at my September split out, so you guys can go back and check those videos. Make sure to subscribe and hit those notifications. Probably into November, I will come back and look at my split out for the entire month of October. I've sold 136 items so far. My average sale price for the month is $37. I'm typically between like 35 and 40 is where I like to be, but anything above 30, I'm okay with-ish, depending on my average cost of goods. My sell-through rate so far for the month is 7%. So keep in mind, guys, if you are new to the channel, you're like, what does the sell-through rate mean? Sell-through rate is going to be how many items you have sold out of how many items that you have for sale. You can I will link a video up here on how to tell or what sell-through rate means and why it is so important. Not the purpose of this video. I want to come down really quickly and look at these numbers, and then I'm going to get really into it in a minute. This is my listed items versus my sold items. I talk about this all the time. If you guys follow Chris at A Daily Refinement, I've gotten this concept from him. It is reseller nirvana. So if you can get to a place where you can list as many items as you're selling, that's reseller nirvana for Chris from A Daily Refinement. You can make the money that you want to make, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you come down here, and this is my simulator. This is looking at my data. It's taking my 6-month average, the average of what my average sale price is, and the average of my sell-through rates and my active listings, and telling me, hey, this is exactly what you need to do based off of your numbers. I come up here and I enter in, hey, I want to make $10,000 gross revenue a month. So it is telling me I need to, and it takes your average sale price and then kind of gives you some scenarios on either side of it. It is not realistic to go from a average sale price of $20 and jump up to $40. I mean, maybe over 6 months, maybe over a year, but that's really hard to do. You have to learn new items, you have to find new inventory, and then you also have all your old inventory that's selling still as you start to increase your average sale price with new inventory. So this is just going up, little by little and saying, hey, this is about what your average sale price is now. You can either increase your average sale price, sell less items, or you can keep your average sale price about what it is, maybe lower it a little bit, and sell more items. So I take this 260 items, that's how many items that I need to sell a month, average sale price around what I'm normally at, and that's how many I need to list a month. If I list 260 items a month and I have achieved reseller nirvana, I'm going to make $10,000. That's it. And this is how I have gotten to make exactly what I want to make, because I take that 260 items, I divide that by 31. I usually do 30 because there's different months in the year. I divide that by 30 and I say that is how many I'm going to list. I am going to note that currently I am listing a little bit more than that because over the summer I was not, and I really want to ramp my store back up and get to this reseller nirvana. You can see here I am listing a little bit more than I am selling. If you've been following me though, over the past month and a half, this is getting closer and closer. It usually takes time if you start increasing your listings to catch up to how many items are selling. Right? If you list 10 items, all 10 of those items are not going to sell today. It'll probably, depending on what categories you sell in, for me, it usually takes about a month and a half for those to catch up once I start consistently listing. So I am listing a little bit more than the 260, but these numbers are coming exactly from what I need to do. I'm not guessing. I'm not just trying to figure it out. When I go shopping, I aim for that $37, $35 to $40 average sale price. Some things are a little bit lower, not a huge deal if it's going to sell through, because a quick flip, I will take that all day, every day. So now let's get into how many items, or let's get into actual items that sold for me this month. I do have a split out. If you guys watch my video from last month, my Poshmark is definitely increasing, but I'm not quite there yet. So we're going to see a little bit more eBay than Poshmark. Y'all, this is the brand, and I have two of these to show you. Calvin Klein. If you guys resell women's clothing, shoes, and purses, you know Calvin Klein's not really where it's at anymore. I mean, maybe years ago it sold really well. This is new with tax Calvin Klein from a liquidation lot. So this sold the same day for $16.50, but it's new with tax. It's store stock, so it's within the last year likely. Sometimes it's 2 years old depending on what I get. But this is current Calvin Klein, new with tax, and sold for $16.50. So it was very surprising to me that this sold the same day. However, it is not telling me, hey, go out to the thrift store and buy this. But maybe it's worth continuing to get in my palette. This other one, y'all, I love selling keens. We see it. I'm in Colorado. We see that fairly often. Very active state. These ones are a little bit different than the normal keens that I saw. So I knew I will pick up keens as long as they're in good condition. I will pick up keens. I love selling the normal style. You know, for even kids will sell 15 to 20 bucks. But this one I wanted to pull in. This did sell the same day. I got an offer. I think it was listed at maybe $60, $70, something like that. An offer the same day. They are in like phenomenal condition. The lady sent me an offer. She went to go pay the next day and said, hey, you have a coupon on your store. And I will link a video up here about the coupons on my stores and how to use that and how to tell if it's actually working. But you have a coupon on your store and it's not letting me use it. So if you guys are trying to use coupons, they can stack them if it's on sale and they buy it. They cannot stack a coupon on top of a best offer. So I sent her a message back and said, hey, you can't stack it. That's eBay's rules. My coupon's for $10 over $50. I will split it with you. I will refund you $5 if you want to go ahead and continue to purchase this. I've done this twice, and I don't have to. I can say, hey, that's it. Too bad for you. Maybe she decides not to buy it. But she sent me a message and said, hey, you know, all eBay sellers should be like you. I'm so excited to get my shoes. Thank you for your purchase. I'll be back, or something like that. So yes, I took $5 out of my profit, but I likely will continue to have her as a buyer, or just made her really happy. To me, that is worth the $5 and providing that stellar service on eBay. These bags, these are really interesting. So I sold these on eBay. I sold them for like $17. So this is where I think buyers hopefully are starting to catch on for shipping prices. Shipping for these are like $14. I don't charge extra. I charge, you know, essentially what it's going to cost me to ship, but these are heavy. The cheapest was in a medium flat rate USPS box, which is, you know, about $14. Shipping. And so the person bought them and then was like, hey, that shipping price is pretty high. And I was like, it is, but that's what it cost me to ship. So they canceled the order. And then they sold on Poshmark for $36, almost double the price. But here's the thing, the buyer probably only paid slightly more because these only cost around $8 on Poshmark. So if you guys are out there and you are finding heavy items, go find their Poshmark closet and see if they have them for sale there. I do love selling box too. So you're going to see two kids shoes here. I do like selling kids shoes. The thing that I find in Colorado is, especially with winter gear, we have pretty mild winters, and it's the same for my kids. There'll be winters that they pull out their snow boots and snow gear maybe 2 or 3 times. So you can find some stuff that's in pretty good condition. They outgrow it before the next year, or even before the end of the year, depending on the size. And you know, those are like $100 at new in the store. So here's another Calvin Klein. These, again, Calvin Klein, it's new with tag, it's liquidation, and it sold for $18. So I'm not telling you to go run out and go to the thrift store and buy this. But if you find current brands new with tags, either liquidation or you find it at the store, it may be worth it. Something to note here is wide leg is really coming back. Wide leg and flared is coming back. High rise is actually pretty in. I also want to note the use of my stock photos. All platforms tell you it is not allowed, and it is infringement. You are not allowed to take someone else's photo without their permission. So if you see a stock photo on any of my store or when I do my what sold videos, I have permission. I have reached out to some companies and said, hey, can I use your photos? most of them say no, or you don't get a response. Some of them say yes. So when I do have a stock photo, it is because I have permission, and then I go ahead and put that in my stock photos used with permission. I put it in my description. All right, equipment. This one is interesting too, guys. So this is part of the struggle with being on multiple platforms. So I have a VA, and my VA goes in twice a week and updates my spreadsheet and kind of does a report for me to tell me what's sold and everything. And as he's going through and doing that, he takes them off of platforms. I go in because eBay, if something sells on eBay and you don't have it, you're in trouble. So as soon as something sells on Poshmark, I go to eBay and take it off right away. Poshmark, I don't love canceling orders, but you don't get a ding. So he'll go in twice a month or twice a week, and we'll go through all my eBay orders, and if it sells, he takes it off of Poshmark. So a couple of times this week, actually, as my Poshmark is increasing and I have more items on there, I'm noticing this happening. This sold a couple days ago. I shipped it out. The next day on Poshmark, I got an offer for $75. So $25 higher it would have sold on Poshmark had I not accepted the offer on equipment on eBay. The other interesting thing is, if you guys are on Poshmark, you can see if you have liked an item and someone sends an offer, and this is one feature I actually kind of appreciate on Poshmark, it will tell anybody else who has liked the item, hey, there's an offer on this item. If you still want it, you better send them an offer. And so if someone sent an offer for $75, and then someone immediately after they got that notification, I'm sure, sent an offer for $50. So I could have sold it for $75. I technically lost $25 on this, but it's too hard to know. And it's kind of the struggle with being on multiple platforms. If you guys have tips and tricks or ideas, definitely let me know down below how you guys handle this situation. These, interesting, again, being on multiple platforms, these sold on eBay. It was an offer for $17. So, you know, $3 lower, not going to make or break the bank, but these sold and then they never paid. This is one of the frustrating parts of being on eBay. They did say in the eBay Open, they are, hopefully by the end of the year, they will have immediate payment. So if you're on eBay, you can click immediate payment, but that is for buy it now. If they send you an offer, they have to, I should know this. They automated it to where you don't have to go in and cancel them anymore. So correct me if I'm wrong. I think they have 48 hours to pay for it. But correct me if I'm wrong. It may be, I'm thinking 4. So it's either 48 hours or 4 days to pay for it. Anyway, someone sent me an offer. It didn't get paid. If you guys are on eBay, you can go in and automate this process now. So eBay automatically cancels and relists it for you. You just have to check the little box and tell them to do that. So it didn't sell. It was still on Poshmark. And it sold for an offer. I sent an offer out and it sold for $20. This is the struggle. When to accept an offer and when to wait it out. Honestly, when you have 1,500 items, I'm not holding out for $5. If you're going to buy something, I'm going to take it. But this is interesting, and I always wonder if it's the same person. But these sold on eBay. They actually sold yesterday. They sold on eBay yesterday. I accepted an offer. Oh, I think I had them listed at $26. They had a sale, so they bought them full out for $22.88. I will say Toms. I don't buy a lot of Toms. I will buy them if there's something kind of unique, you know, these boots, and they had this little wrap around and this pattern, and they were also in really good condition. I'll buy them, or maybe some heels, or you know, something that's a little unique. I'll buy them. So they sold on eBay yesterday. I woke up this morning and they sold on Poshmark. Because I hadn't taken them down yet. My VA is taking them down tomorrow. They sold on Poshmark for $35. I canceled my Poshmark. As hard as it was, a $13 difference, you don't want to cancel an eBay, especially after they've purchased. You will get a ding and your seller status will start to decline and your sales will go down. So it did suck for that to happen, but I had to cancel Poshmark because, you know, you don't want to cancel on eBay. And then Keens again. Like I said, I love selling Keens. These were in really good condition, probably never not worn a lot, not new without tags, but really excellent use condition. I don't ever put those in my titles or even in my descriptions, because I find that everyone's what do you call it? Everyone has a different idea of what that means. So I just say, you can see down here, I just say, hey, view photos for the condition. And then I just take really good photos to show everything. And if people have questions, they can ask, which they typically don't. But any issues that I have, if there's a little flaw or scrape or whatever, I take an up close picture of it. Because I don't want them to be like, hey, you said it was in really good condition, and they're thinking it's brand new. And I'm like, everyone has a different idea of what that means. So these sold for this was actually an offer. And I don't know, sometimes eBay doesn't put what it actually sold for here. But this was an offer. I think they sold for like $22. If you guys like this video, YouTube thinks that you will also like this video. I will link a playlist here of reseller, how to make money reselling, and then make sure to subscribe to see if I hit my goal this month.